GoRacing シムリグ今シーズン第2戦へようこそ。本日は三重県鈴鹿市にある鈴鹿サーキットでレースを行います。
God bless you. Are you okay?
Of course, I said welcome everyone to the second race of the season here at GoRacing Sim League. Today we race at the Suzuka circuit located in Suzuka, Mie Prefecture, Japan.
Well, that's not what I heard.
Hello everyone, I am Skippy McThrottle and by my side is Billy Ray Burnout.
Skippy, I have something to tell you. I am a changed man. I found religion, and I would prefer it if you would now refer to me as Baby Billy.
Well, I am happy for you, but no, I am not calling you that.
Well, I forgive you, and Trixie, you can call me Uncle Baby Billy.
Well, then Uncle Baby Billy it is.
Trixie, you are not going to call him that name, understood?
I'm so confused.
Moving on, Billy, can you tell us a little about this track?
Did Jesus walk on water? I sure can. The Suzuka circuit is one of the most iconic and challenging racetracks in the world. Built in 1962 by Honda as a test facility, it has become a staple of Formula One, hosting the Japanese Grand Prix since 1987. The 3.608 miles track is renowned for its unique figure-8 layout, featuring a mix of high-speed corners, technical sections, and elevation changes.
Trixie, what's the word in the pits about today's race?
One word, fuel mileage.
One word?
Yep, one word. There is major concern here in the pits that some cars might have to stop one extra time for a little extra fuel. It's a 60-minute race, and that should equal about 31 laps. Some teams are telling me they can only make it 15 laps on a fuel run, and this means they will have to pit for a splash of fuel at the end of the race. Some drivers told me that they have been working on strategy to possibly save fuel by letting off early entering the turns and slowly getting back on the throttle.
Thanks, Trixie.
Bless you, girl.
Really? Are you really going to be doing this the whole race?
What am I doing?
Never mind. Let's talk about qualifying. This week we have a new pole sitter in Lewis Lockshine. Lewis turned 30 laps during qualifying and had the fastest lap at 2:00.527, just barely edging out Marshall Buck, who turned a lap of 2:00.686.
That ain't horsepower, that's divine intervention under the hood.
As the drivers start their pace lap, Billy Ray, do you have some facts to share with us?
GoRacing Sim League has raced here one time in the past, and it was during a flat-out downpour of rain, much like the Great Biblical Flood. Logan Davis was the pole sitter, and he was able to turn water into wine by leading most of the laps and winning the race.
As the cars make their way through Casio Triangle, is there any advice you would give the drivers?
Yeah, say a prayer for safety going into the first turn, and again when they reach turn 15, or also known as 130R.
The drivers are now on the straightaway, and the green flag is in the air. Race 2 of the 2025 summer season is underway.
Dude, toss in a boogity 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 or something to add a little excitement. Good Lord. The first two turns almost act as one long turn, as the entrance to turn 1 really impacts how the drivers hit the second turn.
We always worry about the first turn, but everything looks nice and clean here.
Now they are diving into the iconic S-curves, a fast, flowing series of left-right transitions that demand precision and rhythm. From there, they rise slightly into Dunlop curve, a long, sweeping left that pushes the limits of grip and really challenges the drivers. Next up is the tricky Degner curve, a double right-hander that's tighter than it looks and easy to overcook. After that, they shoot under a bridge and into the hairpin, a slow, sharp left turn that's a popular overtaking spot if you're brave on the brakes.
Oh, and we have one. No make it 2 cars off the track. It looks like teammates Kerry Cantera and Rusty Johnson.
Yep. Let's go back and see what happened. We see Marshall and Kerry are racing hard, and I think they touch going into turn 10. Here's a better view. Oh yeah, it looks like Marshall made a last-minute dive to the right in the turn. I honestly don't think Kerry even knew he was there.
And it looks like Rusty just got loose on his own and followed Kerry into the sand.
That's a good teammate right there. He didn't want him to be all alone off the track. Now the field is heading towards Spoon Curve, a challenging double apex left-hander where exit speed is everything as it feeds onto the back straight.
Looks like the field has settled into a nice single file line heading down the back straight.
They better be single file. They are now approaching what I call the come to Jesus curve, or 130R, one of the most fearsome high-speed corners in the world.
Yeah, I suspect we will see multiple high-speed incidents in this turn.
It's a fast as hell left before slamming on the brakes for the Casio Triangle chicane. A clean exit here sets you up back onto the pit straight to do it all again.
And Lewis Lockshine leads the first lap, followed by Marshall Buck and Mike Watts. Lap 2, and we have some hard racing between Paul Wirtz, Kevin Banks, and Rusty Johnson.
Heavens to Murgatroyd! Rusty hit Kevin Banks hard in the rear. Oh, and Rusty spins. This could get ugly.
Yep, looks like Ken tapped Rusty, and Kevin Rupert appears to have clipped Chris Payne.
Yeah, you can see from inside Kevin Rupert's car that he did hit Chris with his left front tire. I wonder if that did any damage. Oh, yeah, it did. His wheel is tilted to the left while he is driving straight. That's wheel damage right there.
That could have been much uglier than it was. I'm not sure why Rusty ran into the back of Banks. You can see that Kevin Banks has rear damage. Oh no, he spins in turn 130R.
Holy crap on a cracker. He slides backward and takes out Ken Schultz. Oh man, that was a bad wreck for Ken.
Yeah, you can see Ken tries to go right to avoid Kevin's car, but Kevin continues to slide back and Ken has a horrible wreck. He ain't driving that to the pits.
Okay, learning lesson here. This is why it is recommended to always lock the brakes down when you wreck. You can see that Kevin's wheels are still spinning. Ken assumed he was on the brakes. That is why he went to the right. Always lock your brakes down.
Lap 4, and we have some good hard racing between Frank Apper, Logan Davis, Tyler Hamlin, and Kerry Cantera.
A little contact, but just hard racing. Lap 4 in turn 130R claims another victim. This time Shane Papala gets Porsched.
Looks like he got loose and tried to correct it, but then the tyres found grip and shot him into the wall.
What's a wool?
Oh, go say a prayer and shut up. Lap 7, same turn, and we have a horrible head-on crash for Paul Wirtz.
How the hell is that car still moving? It must be propelled by the Holy Spirit. Man, that was a hit, and it appears his throttle stuck and he hit the next wall hard too.
Believe it or not, we have another car wreck in the same turn on the very next lap. Mikey Fredrickson spins and hits the wall on the inside directly with the driver's side door and then continues to spin.
Yeah, those driver's side door impacts are dangerous. He appears to be okay as he tries to get back on the track. Wait, something appears to be off with him or the car. It's driving wonky as hell. Where exactly is he going? He must be concussed and can't find pit road. No, someone stop him. Help him, baby Jesus. That's not the pits, Mikey. Red flag the race or something. This is bad. Oh, Jesus, this is bad. Oh, no. Now he is driving backwards on the track and the leaders are coming. Looks like he snapped back into reality at the last second and pulled off the track. I bet Lewis shit his pants there.
After all the excitement, Lewis Lockshine is leading the Pro Series at lap 10, but Marshall Buck is putting pressure on him every lap.
And new member Cody Meadows is running in 4th place and leading the amateur series.
Guys, we have an interesting twist between the leaders. Marshall Buck, who is running in 2nd place, is pitting on lap 15, but Lewis Lockshine is staying out. This could spell trouble for Marshall if Lewis is able to make it an extra lap or two on fuel. Like I said earlier, they need to get around 16 laps on a fuel run if possible. And it looks like he is not alone, as Frank Apper, Logan Davis, and Matt Cushion are also pitting this lap. This could make for an interesting ending to the race.
They better pray to the fuel gods for some help to make it to the end.
Dude, drop this religious crap, please.
And Lewis was able to successfully make it to lap 16 before he had to pit. This is huge.
That's what she said.
Dude, that's literally what she said. Lap 17, and new member Ryan Rainwater gets loose and spins in front of Mike Watts. Lap 20, and after the pit cycle, Marshall Buck is now leading Lewis Lockshine for the Pro Series.
Sure doesn't look like Marshall is saving any fuel. And Cody Meadows continues to lead the amateur class. Lap 20 and Matt Cushion gets his left side tires in the grass and wrecks hard in turn 12. He hits the wall on the right of the track and then travels back across the track and then hits the wall on the left.
Also on lap 20, new member Paul Wirtz gets loose and spins off the track. Luckily, he did not hit anything and was able to continue. Wow, check this out. Lap 23 and Kerry Cantera has an interesting mystery snap oversteer issue and destroys his car.
I've got a theory here. Look how big the nose of that Mercedes is. It's got a bigger nose than Steve Carell. That big ass nose made grip at the last second, just as he tried to correct the slide, and bam! Hello, wall.
All right, fellas, we are already seeing cars come in for a second round of fuel. Frank Apper is pitting on lap 26 because his crew chief told him he is going to be short by a lap or two. As expected, first place driver Marshall Buck is pitting because he is going to be a lap short on fuel. There is only one lap to go. This is huge.
Yep, that's what she said.
Look here, Boner Billy, or whatever you wanted to be called.
Not Boner Billy, Baby Billy.
Whatever. You can't "that's what she said" when it is exactly what the hell she said. You dumbass.
I'll pray for you after the race.
Shut it.
It looks like a few other drivers are also pitting for fuel with one lap to go. Logan Davis and Chris Payne are both in the pits.
Lewis is now at the Casio Triangle. He can probably coast from here and still get the victory. Great job by Lewis on pressuring Marshall to run hard, yet saving enough fuel at the same time. They are both in Corvettes, so it has nothing to do with the car. Big win for Lewis.
And he was able to control his Tourette's until the final lap. Good on him. Congratulations to Cody Meadows for picking up his first amateur win of the season. Cody is new to the league. If he keeps this pace up, we will need to look at moving him up to the pro class.
Trixie, why don't you go over the race results for us?
Sure thing. Lewis gets his first win of the season, followed by Marshall Buck and Cody Meadows on the podium. Great run for Mike Watts with 4th, and his teammate Ed Adams finishes in 5th. David Brodsky had a great run with a 6th place finish. He was also the only driver to not receive an incident point during the race, so he gets a bonus point for being a clean driver. Darrell Weininger had a good run and finished 7th, Daniel Sheffer 8th, Tyler Hamlin 9th, and Lane Allen finished 10th. Lane also received the bonus points for the most positions gained in the race with an improvement of 11 positions. All right, Uncle Baby Billy, will you go over the season standings?
You got it, sweet thing. In the pro class, we now have a tie for first between Marshall Buck and Louis Lockshine. New member David Brodsky is in 3rd, Lane Allen 4th, and Mike Watts rounds out the top 5. In the amateur class, Daniel Sheffer is leading, John Enriquez is 2nd, Tyler Hamlin 3rd, Ken Schultz 4th, and Frank Apa is 5th.
All right, thanks for watching. Next week, the GoRacing Sim League heads to Detroit for a 90-minute race at Belle Isle. For GoRacing Sim League, I'm Skippy McThrottle.
And I am Trixie Treadwell.
Wait a gosh darn second, you can't skip me.
I just did.